So recently we've been getting a lot of comments, messages, emails, asking us if we are still making YouTube videos. So yeah, here we are with an update as to what we've been doing the last few months.
First, if this is your first time seeing us, we are Marissa and Andy. We moved with our daughter and our dog from Los Angeles to Nice last year. It's been about 11 months now.
So what have we been up to the last few months? Honestly, we've just been really busy living life.
So since the beginning of the year, we've had quite a bit of travel. We had a couple trips planned back to the US for some of our really good friends got married, visiting friends and family, work, etc. And so that's taken up a good chunk of time. And then also we've had quite a few friends and family come to visit us here. My parents came and stayed for almost a month, which was really nice. They came and hung out with our daughter. They got the chance to explore around France a little bit and really see what our lives are like here. Andy's dad came for a week as well.
Yeah, he had only been out of the US a few times before this, and so this was like a big trip for him. Our daughter was really excited to see him. And then he also really enjoyed, I think, like exploring the area. He's really into history, and so kind of seeing a lot of the historical sites that are around here. I think he really appreciated it. It was nice to have him around.
And then we had a couple of friends visit. It was great to show them around as well, like take them to, like we had a beach picnic. We took them to a couple of our favorite restaurants. I mean, most of it was just kind of showing them what our life is like here, which has been really nice because, yeah, I think they were excited to see what our day-to-day is.
And then we had another close friend that came recently for the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix. He was here for a week. It was really great. We spent 4 days in Monaco, watching the cars race. And
then we've had a couple of other trips outside of our trips back to the States. We took the train up to Paris as a family and met up with some friends for the weekend who were there in Paris, which was fun. We stayed in Bastille, which is an arrondissement that I haven't ever really stayed in, or I don't think any of us have ever stayed in before. So it was nice to not have the pressure of like going to Paris as a tourist and trying to see all these sites. We just stayed in one neighborhood the whole time and like hung out. And then we flew to Sardinia for our 10-year wedding anniversary. And
we took advantage of having, the grandparents in town to get away.
Yes. And it was a very short trip. It was only 2 nights, 3 days. But we realized it's only an hour flight to Sardinia from here. So that was really beautiful. We went kind of in the shoulder season. So it was pretty slow. We knew it was going to be slow. We didn't realize just quite how slow it was going to be. Like, it was very, very quiet. So it was really beautiful. We took a boat trip to La Maddalena, got in the water, which was a little chilly, but the beaches, the water was all beautiful, and the food was amazing.
Yeah. And then you've also taken a trip to Prague.
Went to Prague for a work trip as well. Also, such an easy flight. I think it's just really nice being here where, Nice has a pretty good international airport, so most countries in the EU are like an hour away, an hour and a half away.
And then I've been super busy building my business here in the south of France. I'm building a photography and videography business. So I've been photographing Airbnbs and other short-term rentals, been working with real estate agents, some restaurants, and also just being a resource for American companies who want to do shoots here and need coverage here. So, for example, was working with a company last week at Cannes Lion. Day in the life of an American building a photo and video business in the south of France. Today's office.
If the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. I can lift you up. I can show you what you want to see and take you where you want to be. You can be my love. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound.
It's been, I think, going better than I perhaps anticipated. It would be, in my first year here with like limited French. But yeah, it's been going very well, and I'm very happy so far.
It's also kind of given you the opportunity to explore around the area. Like, you've had shoots all over the south of France, and
everywhere.
I think a good chance for you to practice your French too.
So I've been working on trying to improve my French. I've enrolled in some French classes 2 days a week. I tested into like the A1 level class, working to get to A2. It's been definitely helpful, a little overwhelming. One of the things I've struggled with in these classes is when they're going over vocabulary, I might know like the translation in English, but they're expecting, to provide the definition or synonyms kind of in French. Most other people in this class don't speak English, and that's where I've been struggling. Is just I don't know how to define this vocabulary in French yet, but we're getting there, and I'm definitely seeing improvement.
Speaking of school, we've also been pretty busy with our daughter and, everything that goes into her school. She's got school performances and activities and all of that. So everything that goes into raising a 5-year-old kid. But we'll provide more of an update on how school is going for her and her progression with French later as well.
Yeah, and the differences between school in France versus in the U.S. So this move to France kind of was always planned to be a 1-year test. Initially, like, see if we like it, see if we're happy here, see if it's like working out for us. If it wasn't, like, we could always go back to California, we could try somewhere else out. And so now we are approaching that 1-year mark.
So what's the verdict? I think we're very happy here. I mean, we have really enjoyed getting to know the city. We really enjoyed kind of starting to build a community here. Andy's obviously done a great job with building his business here, but we really love our lives here.
Yeah, we've been very happy, and especially as we are now getting into the summer, it is beautiful here right now.
I feel like we spend so much more time outdoors. Obviously, Los Angeles had incredible weather too, but like access to the outdoors, like walking on the promenade, going to the beach, kind of being forced to walk most places because we don't have a car, feels like a more active lifestyle.
And our daughter seems to be very like happy here. She's adapted extremely well to school, and she's made a lot of friends, and she seems to be thriving here as well, which again we'll get more into in a future video.
Yeah, and of course, like, we miss family and friends. There are things we miss about Los Angeles, but especially going back, at the beginning of the year a couple of times, I think it very much made us realize, like, sure, there are things that we're sort of nostalgic for that we miss, but right now, Nice very much feels like home, and we were kind of always very excited to come back home, and so I think that was sort of telling.
So that obviously means that we're staying, right?
Well, that depends on if France decides to let us stay.
We'll get into all the visa drama in the next video.